Good day, students. Welcome to the second part of our discussion about equations, transformable to quadratic equations. Again, our learning competency solves equations transformable to quadratic equation, including rational algebraic equation. So let us take some examples. X times quantity x minus 10 equals negative 21. So how are we going to solve this kind of equation? Yes, we first use the distributive property. X times x, that is x squared. X times negative 10, that would be negative 10x. We rewrite equals negative 21. The next step is to use addition property of equality to rewrite the equation into the standard form. So we will be adding 21 on both sides of the equation. So the right side will be 0 since by additive inverse that would be 0. So your equation now is x squared minus 10x plus 21 equals 0. So your equation now is in standard form. So you could now factor the quadratic equality. So remember that in factoring, we consider the value of a. Your a here is 1, so the factors are 1 and 1. We write it vertically. For 21, the factors should be negative since the middle term is negative. So let us say that we use negative 7 and negative 3. Again, we multiply this diagonally. 1 times negative 7 is negative 7. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. If you are going to add the two, negative 3 plus negative 7 is negative 10. So these are the factors because the sum is equal to the middle term, which is negative 10. So let us just affix the variable x. So the factors now are x minus 7 times, okay, correct, x minus 3 equals 0. Let us now solve for x. By zero factor property, let us first have x minus 7 equals 0. So we have to isolate x. So we add 7 on both sides of the equation. Negative 7 plus 7 is 0 because they are inverses. 0 plus 7 is 7. Therefore, your x is equal to 7. The other one is x minus 3 equals 0. So to simplify, we have to add, okay, positive 3 on both sides of the equation. This is 0. X now is equal to 0 plus 3 is, okay, that is 3. Therefore, the solution of the original equation are 7 and 3. Let us have another example. 3 over x plus 10 all over x plus 6 equals 1, with x is not equal to 0 and x is not equal to negative 6. How are we going to solve equations involving rational algebraic equation? We multiply both sides by the LCD. Usually, the LCD are the denominators of the given equation. So let us try to multiply the equation by the denominators x and quantity x plus 6. Notice that these quantities are the same, so when we divide them, that would be equal to 1, and that would lead us to 3 times quantity x plus 6. The next quantity, these quantities are the same, so When we divide them, that would be 1 and would give us 10 times x, that is positive 10x, equals 1 times x is x times quantity x plus 6. Let us continue solving. So by distributive property, 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 6 is equal to positive 18. We rewrite 10x, so plus 10x equals x times x, x squared. X times 6 is positive 6x. Now let us combine similar terms. So we are going to add 3x and 10x, and that would give us 13x. So rewriting the equation now, that would be 13x plus 18 equals x squared plus 6x. The next step now is to add negative 13x and negative 18 to both sides of the equation so that one side will be equal to 0. So let us have negative 13 on both sides and negative 18. So this will be 0 because they are inverses. 0 is equal to x squared. 6x plus negative 13x is equal to, okay, negative 7x. We rewrite negative 18. So by symmetric property, that would be x squared minus 7x minus 18 equals 0. So the equation now is in standard form. Now let us solve the equation by factoring. X squared minus 7x minus 18. The factors of 1 are 1 and 1. So let us just take the factors of negative 18, which is negative 9 and 2. And when we add the two quantities, that would give us negative 7, which is the middle term. Therefore, our factors would be quantity x minus 9 times quantity x plus 2 equals 0. Now, by zero factor property, let us solve for x. X minus 9 equals 0. Let us add 9 to both sides of the equation. That would be 0. X now is equal to 0 plus 9 is 9. Okay. Now let us have x plus 2 equals 0. Now we should add negative 2 on both sides of the equation. That would be 0. X now is equal to 0 plus negative 2 is negative 2. Thus, the solution set is negative 2 and 9. Now, it's your turn to solve. Solve for real solutions of each of the following equations. Go back to the video if you do not understand some of the steps in solving.